Good morning, class. We thank God for His grace upon our lives. So our new topic, like I told you, is end of year adjustment. End of year adjustment is applicable to sole trader and even partnership. So what do we mean by end of year adjustment? These are closing entries or amendments which are made in the profit and loss account and balance sheet of an organization to show the true view of their transactions. So they are made in the books of account at the end of the accounting period. That is why it is called end of year adjustment. So why do we make these adjustments? We make these adjustments to comply with the concepts of accounting that says we must match revenue with expenses. So they are usually written under the trial balance in the question. Reasons for end of year adjustment. Number one, like I told you, to ensure that financial statements are prepared in accordance with the concepts of accounting. Number two, to provide for depreciation of fixed assets. Number three, to ensure that all income and expenses for the year are recorded. Number four, to provide for valuation of stock at the end of the year. And number five, to ensure that the principle of double entry is applied. So these five reasons are the reasons for end of year adjustment. Types of adjustment. The first type of adjustment is the closing stock. You are familiar with that. The second one is drawings. The third one, depreciation of assets. Number four, bad debts and provision for doubtful debts. Number five, provision for discount on debtors. 6, provision for discount on creditors. 7, accrued and prepaid income. 7 and 8, accrued and prepaid expenses. You are familiar with numbers 1 to 6. So we shall look at numbers 7 and 8 in detail. Okay. Number 7, which is accrued and prepaid income. So what do we mean by accrued income? This is the revenue that has been earned but for which cash has not yet been received. For example, if you are a landlord and your tenants, they have spent that month in your house but they have not paid for it. We are now in August. Assuming tenants they have already used July in your house but they are owing, they have not paid for it. So such revenue, such rent, receivable rent is called outstanding income or accrued income. They are revenue that has been earned but for which cash has not yet been received. So it must be treated in the balance sheet as an asset. You will agree with me that as the landlord, that is an asset to you. The rent that your tenant has not paid but he has spent that month in your house. So the rent that he has not paid is known as accrued income and it will be treated in the balance sheet as an asset. So how do you now adjust for it? When you are given a question, you will see the procedures to be followed below. That is how to account for it. So I will continue from the procedures shortly. So the procedure to be followed when you have accrued income, the cash that is received during the trading year will be the first one that you will write down. You will now add the owing for the trading year. For example, year 2000 now, assuming you receive 1,800 from your customer, your tenant, but your tenant is still owing 400. The 1,800 is the cash you receive in the year. The 400 is the owing for the year. You will add it. Less income owing for previous years. Assuming it's owing like 300 naira in the previous year, you will take it away. So the balance is what you will transfer to the income side, the credit side of your profit and loss account. So if you want to show the ledger entry is also as shown below. We are still going to solve question and you'll be able to have better understanding. So it is on the credit side of your income account, you put the cash received. Any income owing during the year will be added, but it will be written as balance carried out. Any income owing in the previous year will be debited, and the balance, which is the difference, will go to profit and loss account. So what we are trying to do in essence is that anything that is not for this year will be taken away. Any amount for this year, whether it's owing, will be added.